You know who it is, man. Mr. Sauce on everything. Make sure you guys click the link in the bio, like, subscribe, you know what to do. Jay-Z's 5.4 billion Times Square casino proposal rejected 4-2 votes as SL Green CEO blast committee. What you did here today was despicable. Let's see what happened or what he had to say.
We met the standard and then some, and the only one with courage to stand up is the governor and the mayor appointees, and everybody else runs and hides. Go run and hide. Because what you did, the benefits you denied this community and this city and state, you have to live with that history forever.
You and Stephon Diggs have
So, I'm not black, I'm
known each other.
OJ. Okay. You not black, you Jay-Z. Nah, nigga, you Jay-Z. You are black and you are Jay-Z. And no, they're not giving you that shit no matter how many niggas no matter how much of a snake you've been to your brothers, and no matter how many times you try to play the spook by the door, they're not gonna let you in, nigga. They're just not. And it's not because you're not cool. It's not because you don't have dope rhymes and shit like that. It's because you're black, bro. It's because you're black. And just how this world works. So, it's unfortunate because it really looked like, the way they were talking, Jay-Z was about to get an opportunity to work on some casino shit with some people. Nah. They like, nah, nigga. Now you get into real white territory. And it's only gonna be it's only a specific few up there, and they probably already have one or two token black guys that they work with. They're not, and then you're a hip hop guy, and you're man. I feel for you. The only reason I feel for Jay-Z is because I feel like he's probably dogged his friends, and other than Bleak seems to be the only person that's still like Jay-Z. Jay is just Jay-Z's cheerleader. But other than Bleak, I don't see anybody else really being like, yeah, I fuck with, yeah, hope this, hope that. You've pretty much what's the word? You put yourself in a position to where nobody can talk to you, nobody can say anything about you, or they gonna get lawsuits and shit. You just became out of touch with reality, out of touch with the culture, out of touch with where you come from. Talking about you don't have any what's the name to do an album. Why not? Isn't that why you got into music in the first place? Because you love doing music. Most artists love doing music. It's something that they'll probably do for the rest of their lives. But you have no. I bet you got a reason to put out an album now, huh? Yeah, you better put you out an album now. It might do some numbers. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about how these white folks denied you this casino deal, you and your partners, because I know your partners were white, and you probably felt as though, well, as long as I got my white colleagues with me, then we can make it happen. But once again, bro, they're not giving you that shit because you're black, and it's just certain things that they don't want black people to be a part of. If you want to have a casino, you better build that bitch yourself. Buy your own slot machines, all that shit. At which, I mean, if you're a billionaire, why not? Because they won't let you. You have to go down south somewhere and get a boat, and you put your shit on the river or something. Because in New York, they not gonna let you build no casino. So, shout out to him though for trying to make it happen. Would have been bringing jobs to the community, stuff like that. But nah, that's all fine and dandy. But we're gonna let a white person do it. Best believe they already got a white person in mind for it. We'll probably hear about the white guy who's gonna do it in the next couple weeks, because there's going to be a casino deal closed. It's just not going to be closed with Jay-Z. So, like I said, it's unfortunate that you stabbed everybody in the back and you're just did what you had to do to try to become, a billionaire, and now you still don't have access to the things that you feel as though you should probably have access to, which is, more passive income and more business opportunities and things of that nature. But they still redlining. They still redlining, man. Still redlining. So yeah, man, that's what you get for saying that we were done kneeling for the NFL, because we weren't done kneeling. And for you to say that that changed the way people looked at the NFL, as well as it changed the way people looked at people who kneeled in the NFL or people who were standing with Colin Kaepernick. And at one point in time, we thought you were standing with Colin Kaepernick, but like I said, Jay-Z seems to be a snake. So once the NFL was like, yeah, come on in, we're going to use you, you know what I'm saying, so that we can get black people, back watching, because once, you step in and you say that it's okay, then, it's okay now. And it still wasn't okay. But once again, black people still started watching football again and, forgot all about, the kneeling that Colin Kaepernick did, the sacrifice that he made. I mean, let's honestly just think about it. Next to like the Killer Mikes, shout out Killer Mike, Colin Kaepernick is kind of like one of our, for this generation, like the Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying, of this generation, the Malcolm X of this generation, the MLK of this generation. The only reason that I can't say that and put it on him for that is because he's not out there preaching or talking, but he's definitely the Muhammad Ali, because he definitely gave up his profession in professional sports, because of something he believed in, just like, Muhammad Ali did. So shout out to that brother. And Jay-Z's just, I haven't really been following Jay-Z, because I just don't like the way that he moves as a man. I wouldn't teach my son to be that way. I feel like you can be successful without having to be a snake and without having to play your brothers out. You don't look out for people that, helped you. Like, I don't care what nobody says about Dame. And I did see the Breakfast Club interview, and I do have a post about that, because Dame is definitely an asshole, and I could definitely see why some people, maybe a lot of people, might not want to work with him. But at the same time, Dame Dash was the one who believed in you. Dame Dash was the one who, when all the labels were saying, no, you're too old, we don't want to fuck with you, we don't like the way you flow, then you and Dame came together, built a business and a brand together. And that in itself, in my opinion, should have kept, brothers together and, kept y'all, because they're, in my opinion, I would have looked at it, and that's just the type of person I am, and that's why, everybody's different. But I'm the type of person, I'm that loyal to where, fuck it, if you helped me get here. If it wasn't for Dame, I wouldn't even be here at Rockefeller and have all this shit. And ooh. Yeah, Dame's an asshole, but fuck it, I'm gonna try to get him together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dame, I'm gonna just have to talk to Dame. I'm gonna try to talk to Dame every single fucking day until we try to get. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Me and Dame, we gonna crash and burn this bitch together then, because we started this shit together. We gonna end this shit together. It's not gonna be, I'm gonna go over here and sell this and do that and sell that and do shit behind your back. Nah, nigga. And that's why Jay-Z's in the position he's in. Yes, he's a millionaire. He's not a, well, I think he's a billionaire. With him and Beyonce are billionaires or whatever, but and that's cool. But if you became a billionaire and you look around and the same people that, helped you become a billionaire don't fuck with you no more, and you don't fuck with them, then that's kind of some corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want all my niggas to be billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in my opinion, Bleak should be a billionaire. Yeah, he got a couple millions. He ain't got nowhere near as much money as Jay-Z. But that's because he's not married. Like, Jay-Z, why didn't you find that nigga a wife? Why? Like, you would have thought you would have seen Bleak running around the industry, fucking with hoes, trying to, trying to wife something. This nigga's doing what? Sitting at home at Jay-Z's house, babysitting the kids or some shit? Like, I don't know what Bleak has been doing. Talking about he's running Duce. Nigga, you was running Duce from the house, nigga. We was in lockdown and COVID. Like, nigga, Bleak just, in my opinion, is just a waste of loyalty for real, because you're loyal to a man that, didn't give you the game for real. You're loyal to a man who just made you a worker, and now you going out here talking shit about being a worker, nigga. Like, you don't own Duce. Like, let's see. Matter of fact, let me Let me double check that, guys. I just want to make sure. I don't want to be out here saying bullshit. I gotta check. Who owns Duce? Duce Liquor. Okay. So Duce is a cognac brand that was created in 2012 through a partnership between Bacardi and Jay-Z, who became the public face, part owner, investor in the brand. For years, Jay-Z owned 50% ownership stake through his company, SC Liquor LLC, while Bacardi owned other 50%. In 2023, Jay-Z sold most of his stake to Bacardi after a legal dispute over valuation. The final deal gave Bacardi majority control of Duce, while Jay-Z retained a small ownership stake and remains affiliate with the brand. So today, Bacardi owns and controls Duce, with Jay-Z still holding a minority stake. So yeah, I don't know what Bleak works for Duce, and Duce is owned by Bacardi. So Bleak literally works for Bacardi. Bleak is an employee. You don't see Memphis. You didn't hear me say Memphis Bleak owned a stake in the partnership or ownership. None of that. So, I'm glad he does have a, new podcast out. He's trying to, make some money for the family, because I'm quite sure, nigga, Jay-Z gonna want to recoup all the money that he's probably spent on you the past years when you've been sitting around doing nothing. Because I don't, unless you were like, once again, I don't know. Bleak has been fucking missing. So I don't know what Bleak has been doing these past years. He might have been just at home being the housekeeper. Like, Jay-Z might have been paying a nigga a stipend every month. Just, hey, man, just clean up the house, man. Just keep the house clean. You know what I'm saying? Watch my dogs when I ain't home. You know what I'm saying? Dog watch. Like, paying this nigga to be the house watcher type shit. Like, yeah, just watch the house when I'm gone, bro. Yeah, it's cool. And Bleak like, it's cool, man. Yeah, bet. Can I go in the studio? Nah, man. Nah, stay out the studio, man. Don't want you in the studio making no music, man. Just watch my dog. Because how you gonna be making the music and watching my dogs? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just want you to focus on watching my dogs when I go out of town. Don't want you to be in the studio or nothing. And I ain't never even heard or seen that Jay-Z has a studio at home. I'm quite sure they do have a home studio, because he's fucking married to Beyonce. So I know Beyonce has a home studio. But, I mean, really, does Jay-Z be it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. But quit saying that. I hope that nigga ain't going around saying that he is part owner of Bacardi or something, because he's not. Jay-Z is a minority owner of Bacardi, and that's since 2023. So, no. But yeah, drop a comment, like, subscribe, know what to do. No. I just say, Jay-Z just think that he's bigger than Jay-Z thinks that he's OJ. Like, he's thinking that he's not white. I mean, he's not black. No, nigga, you are black too. So, you are black. You're not OJ. You're Jay-Z. And, nigga, you got a J in your name. So, we're going to treat you the same way. But make sure you click the link in the bio. Like, subscribe, know what to do. Appreciate the love. Peace.